Good morning, everyone. Let's begin with solving your doubts. So, quickly post your doubts. We solve that and then we proceed with the remaining questions today. So, quickly post your doubts. Okay, so the formula of unearned income, we will be looking at that formula once again today when we solve one question pertaining to unearned finance income, and that time I'm sure it will be completely clear to you. So, perfect. Apart from that, if there are no doubts, let's proceed with the next question. We have already done question number 1. Question number 2 is also already done. 3 is also something that we've covered. 4 also we have covered. Question 5 is also done. Question 6 also we have covered. Okay, so we have to do question number 7. Let's do question number 7. Mark that, very important. Last day revision question. Question 7. Mark question 7, very important. Should be your last day revision question. Come to question number 7. Page number 141. Question number 7. Okay, I'm reading the question for you. Everyone's attention on question number 7. Very important question. It says Leasy Limited took a machine on lease from the lessor. The fair value being 7 lakhs. So what's the fair value of your asset? 7 lakhs. The economic life as well as the lease term is 3 years. Can someone tell me on the chat box, finance lease or operating lease? And if so, why? Or everyone on your chat box, finance lease or operating lease? Finance lease. Spruha, can you explain on the chat box why finance lease? Why finance lease? Can someone explain to me why finance lease? Which condition is getting satisfied? It covers major part of the useful life. Okay, absolutely correct. It does cover the major part of the useful life. Condition number 5 is fulfilled. Absolutely perfect. Very good. That is right. The At the end of each year, the leasee is paying how much? 3 lakh rupees. The leasee has a guaranteed residual value of 22,000 on the expiry of the lease by the lessor. However, lessor estimates that the residual value of the machinery will be only 15,000. So your guaranteed residual value is 22,000. However, the unguaranteed residual value in this question for the first time is lesser. It comes to 15,000. The interest rate implicit is 15% and the present value factors are given for the first, second and the third year. करना क्या है? Calculate the value of machinery to be considered by leasee, and for the first time they have asked you finance charges for the year, मतलब value of the asset पूछा है सबसे पहले. So you have value of the asset, that is your machinery, and also they have asked you finance charges. दो चीजें calculate करनी है, value of the machinery and finance charges. Now can someone look at the question and tell me that value of the machinery for whom, the lessor or the leasee? Everyone on your chat box, from the viewpoint of lessor or leasee, whose viewpoint are they asking you to take, lessor or the leasee? Okay, they have given you from the viewpoint of leasing. Okay, my second question to you all is, finance charge is for whom, lessor or leasing? Finance charge is a charge for whom, lessor or leasing? Finance charge is a charge for whom, lessor or leasing? Of course, it is a charge for the leasee and income for the lessor. So this also is from the viewpoint of the leasee. Fine, let's start solving this question. Put your first statement. As per accounting standard 19, leases as per accounting standard 19, leases calculation of value of machinery in the books of leasee limited. Calculation of value of machinery in the books of leasee. Let's calculate the value of machinery. Prepare your format. whatever format. You will have year, you have lease rentals. Present value factor in the question is 15%. So take over there 15% and then you have the present value. You have 3 years in the question, so put 3 years. Look at the question. What is your lease rental per annum? 3 lakhs. Your lease rental per annum is 3 lakhs. You will need the total of the first 3 years. So 0.869. Take 0.869. Add to that 0.756 and add to that 0.657. You get 2.282. Put over here 2.282. Multiply it. 2.282 into 3 lakhs. You get 6,84,600. Since you are taking the viewpoint of the leasee, take only the guaranteed residual value. You will get 0.657. Take this down properly. For the first 3 years, you have 3 lakhs. The present value factor for 3 years will be 2.282. The total comes to 6,84,600. For the third year, you will take 22,000, which is only your guaranteed residual value because you are taking the viewpoint of a leasee in a finance lease. The present value factor is given to be 0.657, comes to 14,454. So your value of machinery is 6,99,054, or just let me make a correction. This will be present value of MLP, and now we will calculate value of the machinery shall be lower of value of the machinery shall be lower of fair value of the asset. What's your fair value of the asset in the question? 7 lakhs. Or present value of MLP. That is how much? 6,99,054. Tell me on your chat box, what will be the value of your asset? What will be the value of your asset? What will you take? 7 lakh or 6,99054? What will you take in this case? You get 6,99054. So put over here 699. You get 699,054. So the first part of the question is done. The value of the machinery will be 699,054. Right, first part of the question is done. Let's now go to the next part, which is calculation of finance charges. You have calculation of finance charges. Prepare your format for that. You have year, then you have opening balance, finance charges, lease rentals, reduction in liability, and finally you have outstanding oblique closing balance. Prepare a systematic format. Ensure you're solving the question with me. Don't see whether I'm solving it correctly or not. You need to solve the question with me. Only then you will understand. Prepare this format. Okay, let's begin. Beginning of first year. Look at the question and tell me, when do we get the lease payments? At the beginning of the year or at the end of the year? Look at the question and find out, do we get at the beginning of the year or at the end of the year? Yes, your unguaranteed residual value is 15,000. So everyone gets at the end of the year, which means at the beginning of the year you have no balance. So leave this. You have no balance at the beginning of the year. So put a dash. Since there is no balance, you have no finance charges, no lease rentals. Your closing balance at the beginning of the year will be the value at which you recorded the asset, 699,054. you get 699,054. That is your value at the beginning. Do mention over here all values are in rupees. Let's go to the next one. At the end of the first year. So end of the first year. Please understand what I'm doing. Pay full attention to this. At the end of the first year, the closing of the previous year will become opening of the next year. Look at the question and tell me what is the percentage of interest given in the question. What's your IRR in the question? 15%. Let's calculate at 15%. Let's calculate at 15%. Okay. 699,054 into 15%. How much do you get? Calculate 699,054 into 15%. Calculate and put it on a chat box. How much do you get? You get 104,858. You get 104,858. 699,054 इंटू 15%, क्योंकि इतना हमारा ओपनिंग बैलेंस है, इस पे हमें 15% पे करना है. ओके, अब ध्यान देना. कैन समवन टेल मी ऑन द चैट बॉक्स व्हाट इज दिस 104,858? Can someone explain to me on the chat box what is this 104,858? Can someone explain to me what is this 104,858 on the chat box? Anyone, put it on your chat box. Can you explain to me what is this 104,858? Is it income? Is it expense? What is it in the books of leasing? What is this 104,858? Can I say it is the finance charge payable by leasing? Yes or no? Can I say it is the finance charge payable by leasing? Yes, of course. Okay. Please understand, this is the most important stage of the question, so please pay full attention. मुझे पे करना था 104,858. उसके against every year I am paying how much? 3 lakhs. So I am putting over here how much lease rent did I pay? 3 lakhs. I have to pay how much? 104,858. Against that I am paying how much? 3 lakhs. Which means my first question to you is, am I paying more or less? Quickly on your chat box. Am I paying more or am I paying less? Am I paying more or am I paying less? I am definitely paying more. Okay, ध्यान देना. जब मुझे इंटरेस्ट पे करना है 104,858, सामने मैं 3 लाख रुपीस दे रहा हूँ, मतलब 104,858 तो मेरा इंटरेस्ट पोर्शन हुआ. जो मैंने एक्स्ट्रा दिया है वो मैंने क्या किया है? प्रिंसिपल रीपेमेंट किया है. वो मैंने क्या किया है? प्रिंसिपल रीपेमेंट किया है. Which means I had to pay 104,858. Against that I pay 3 lakhs. So how much extra did I pay? Put it over here. 3 lakh minus 104,858. You get 195142. You get 195142. This is what your principal repayment. इतना अपन ने रीपे कर दिया. Okay, if you have repaid 195142, आपका अब क्लोजिंग बैलेंस कितना हुआ? 6999054 तो पहले था, लेकिन उसमें से 195142 हम ऑलरेडी पे कर चुके हैं. So now my closing balance is 503912. So you will put over here 503912. Are you understanding? This closing of the previous year will become opening of the next year. So at the end of the second year, now your liability is 503912. And we have to find out how much is my interest or finance charge for the second year. Now, please understand, when you calculate interest for the second year, interest is always on outstanding balance. You cannot calculate on 699,054. That will be wrong. 699,054 पिछले साल आपकी लायबिलिटी थी. अब तो आपने कुछ रीपेमेंट कर दिया है, क्योंकि कुछ रीपेमेंट किया, आपका क्लोजिंग बैलेंस चेंज हुआ है. क्योंकि आपका क्लोजिंग बैलेंस चेंज हुआ है, नाउ यू विल पे इंटरेस्ट ऑन दिस बैलेंस. सो मल्टीप्लाई दैट बाय 15%. Check how much do you get. You get 755,866.8. 755,866.8. You get 755,866.8. Calculate that. Put it over there. Against that, you get a lease rental of how much? 3 lakh rupees. You're left out with 2,24,413. This is the amount that you paid extra apart from the finance charges that you were supposed to pay. Because you paid this amount extra, this is nothing but your principal repayment. What is your closing balance? 279,498.8, which is nothing but 279,499. Closing of the previous year will become opening of the next year. You get how much? 279,498.8. Let's calculate the interest for the last year. Multiply by 15%. You get 41,924.8, which is nothing but 41,925. Again, against that, you will pay 3 lakhs. So you will pay over there 3 lakhs. पे कितना करना था? 41,924.82. पे कितना किया? 3 lakhs. You're left out with 258,075. That is your principal repayment that you did. 258,075. Let's see what your closing balance is. You get 21,424. 21,424. You will be left out with 21,424. Why will you be left out with this? This is something which is very close to your residual value. So once you pay the finance charges, you repay the liability, you will still be left with the residual value that you will get at the end of the useful life. Now, since we have rounding off at a lot of places, this will not be closer to 22,000, but this 21424 represents what? It represents your residual value. The question is, what were we trying to find in this question? We were trying to find this. We were trying to find this in the residual question. Sorry, in the question. This is what is asked in the question. Your finance charges. How much is your finance charge for the first year? 1,04,858. Your finance charge for the second year is 75586.8. And your finance charge for the third year is 41924.82. Copy this down properly. Copy this down properly. If you have any doubts, please ask me. Very important question this is. Okay, so I have one doubt which says, would the lesser suffer a loss in this question? Usually what happens is, you always keep again and again checking the value that you have of the residual value. So residual value is basically an accounting estimate, and you always keep checking the residual value. Now, because you always keep checking the residual value, what has happened in this case is, over a period of time, the residual value for the lesser is reduced. However, that is an accounting estimate. You cannot surely say that the lesser will have to suffer a loss. However, prima facie, looking at the question, the accounting estimate for the lesser has changed. So in this case, what the lesser will do is, the lesser will take back the asset, but he will not sell it. He will keep it with himself. He will wait for the value to again rise, and that time he will sell it. So as of now, the lesser is suffering a loss, but however, the lesser has an option, or the manner in which the loss can be mitigated. I hope that solves your doubt. Prepare this properly. Okay, I have one doubt which says, can there be upward or downward revaluation in useful life of the asset? Then how to calculate the finance lease? Now, usually that is not given to you in the question at your intermediate level. But yes, of course, practically it can happen in that case, and accordingly, you will change your useful life, and accordingly, the lease rental per annum will change. So that can happen if the useful life is changing. But usually what happens is there is one more thing that you must understand. What you are saying does happen. But whenever you look at the lesser and the leasy concept, in the lesser and the leasy concept, or maybe in a lease agreement, you will always and always have one thing, and that is the lease tenure. Now, the useful life of the asset can change, but the lease tenure will remain fixed. The lease tenure does not keep changing. The useful life changes. Say, for example, the useful life is 5 years, but the lease tenure is 3 years. Now, the useful life may become 8 years, but the lease tenure is not going to change. So, ultimately, if you technically understand conceptually, it will have no impact on any kind of finance charge or any kind of lease agreement. Why? Because only your useful life is changing. The lease tenure, based on which you calculate the lease rentals, the finance charges, that is not going to change. Right? I hope that solves your doubt. What kind of refund are you talking about? Which refund are you talking about? And why will someone have to give you a refund? Please explain that question carefully. I mean properly. So the closing balance is not always paid by the lessor to the leasee. The closing balance is the amount that the leasee will recover on selling the asset at the residual value. So you cannot say it is paid by leasee to lessor or by lessor to leasee. You will say it is the amount receivable to the leasee. That is your 21424. Right? I hope you are done solving this question and the concept is also clear to you. Mark this question very important. It's a very important question to solve. So mark it very important. After question number 7, let's go to question number 10. Let's go to question number 10, which is given to you on page number 143. Question number 10 on page 143. Question number 10 on page 143. Again, mark this important last day revision question. New concept this is. This was also your important and last day revision question. Question number 7. And now we are doing question number 10. करना क्या है ध्यान देना question में. It says, what do you understand by the term interest rate implicit on lease? We've already done that. That is nothing but your IRR from the viewpoint of the lessor. करना क्या है? Calculate interest rate implicit on lease. तो पहली बार आपको IRR question में दिया नहीं हुआ और वो कह रहे हैं आप IRR हमको ढूंढ के दो. Right? So for the first time they have not given IRR and you have to now calculate the IRR in this question. Right, it says annual lease rent is 80,000 at the end of the year. Your lease tenure is 5 years. Guaranteed residual value 40,000. Unguaranteed residual value is 24,000, which means your total residual value will be 64,000. Okay. Fair value at the beginning of the lease is 3,20,000. Discount rates for the first 5 years very important. पहले देखो 10% का रेट दिया और 14% का रेट दिया, which means these are the two rates that you are supposed to use in this question, right? So when they have given you the present value factors in the question, please stick to those rates. Don't calculate your own rates. That would be really incorrect to do. करना क्या है question में? Calculate interest rate implicit on lease. Now everyone on your chat box, interest rate implicit is from whose viewpoint, lessor or leasee? Quickly on your chat box, interest rate implicit is from whose viewpoint, lessor or leasee? Everyone gets lessor. Okay, since it is from the viewpoint of the lesser, can you also explain to me what will be the residual value that should be taken in this case? What will be the residual value? Right, that is correct. You will have 64,000. Okay, let's begin solving this question. Let's see how can we solve it, and let's understand how do we calculate the interest rate implicit from the viewpoint of the lesson. Now, since it is IRR, you've already studied in FM. The IRR follows the trial and error method. So we will have to take two rates. The two rates are already mentioned in the question, so we will stick to those two rates, that is 10% and 14%. So let's first calculate the value from the present value based on 10% and based on 14%. So what you do is, initially, understand what I'm doing, leave at least 10 lines. So initially leave at least 10 lines. We will mention the formula over here. First, let's prepare the working note. Working note 1. Leave at least 10 lines. And then let's prepare the working note. Prepare this format for your working note. Let's solve it together. Prepare your format. Your lease tenure is for 5 years. So for the first 5 years, your lease rental is 80,000. What is your present value factors? 0.909 plus 0.826 plus 0.751 plus 0.751 plus 0.683 plus 0.621. You get 3.79. Put over here 3.79. Then, as you mentioned, we will use 64,000, which is your total residual value. You have 40,000 plus 24,000, which comes to 64,000. This is nothing but your total residual value. Your present value factor is 0.621. You get 39,744. Take your total. You get 3,42,944. So put over there 3,42,944. This you get based on your 10% present value factor. I've already mentioned that over here. You get this based on your 10% present value factor. Take this down properly. Then we go to 14%. Same method, but this time we will use 14%. So present value factor at 14%, present value factor at 10%. Prepare your format and solve it properly. You have your present value factor at 0.877 plus 0.769 plus 0.675 plus 0.592 plus 0.519. You get 3.432 and 0.519. Are you done with this? Quickly on your chat box. If you're done with this, say yes so that I proceed with the next part. Are you all done with this? Can I go to the next part? Okay. Perfect. Now see, let's put the formula. The formula to calculate IRR. Let's do that. IRR is equal to, you put it this way, lower rate. So I'm writing LR. I'll give you the abbreviations later on. Lower rate plus higher rate minus lower rate. Understand the formula first, then I'll give you time to copy. The formula goes this way: lower rate plus higher rate minus lower rate divided by present value at lower rate. Present value at lower rate minus, you take present value at higher rate multiply by present value at lower rate and deduct from that the fair value. This is your formula. Where LR is called as the lower rate, HR is called as the higher rate. Right, this is your formula for of interpolation. A similar formula you use in FM as well. So it's the same formula. Only thing is the structure is a bit different. Otherwise, everything is the same. You have present value at lower rate means present value derived at lower rate. You have present value derived at higher rate. FV is nothing but your fair value. Put your formula properly. If you have any doubts, please ask me. You have lower rate. How do you remember this? You have lower rate plus higher rate minus lower rate, and just beneath that take the opposite, lower rate minus higher rate, but take the present value. Again take present value at lower rate minus the fair value. What's your lower rate in the question? 10%. So take 10%. Let's substitute the values. 10% take 10. What's your higher rate? 14 minus 10 divided by what is your present value at lower rate? 3,42,000. How much is it? 3,42,000. 944. So take over here 3,42,944 minus you have 3,07,776 into you have present value at lower rate, which is 3,42,944 minus your fair value 3,20,000. Put this properly. Take 10%. Calculate how much do you get? How much do you get? Calculate this properly. Everyone, please calculate this properly and tell me how much do you get? So you have over here 10% plus 4 divided by, how much do you get? 342944 minus 307776. You get how much? 35168. Sorry. 3,42,944 minus 3,20,000. So you have 22,944. Your final answer comes to 12.61%. Your final answer comes to 12.61%. Do mention over here, for all your values, you will refer working note 1. For all your values, you will refer to working note number 1. Right? Are you getting an absolutely simple question? All you have to understand is this formula, which is lower rate. You always begin with the lower rate. Lower rate plus, begin with higher now. Higher plus lower. Upon uska ulta, lekin use present value. Present value at lower rate minus present value at higher rate into present value at lower rate minus the fair value. And then use the two values that you have. Remember, IRR is nothing but your interpolation method, where you have the trial and error method. The two rates will be given to you in the question, and the two rates that are given to you in the question then need to be substituted with the values. You will find their total present values, and then you will substitute the values in this formula to get your final answer. So what's your final answer? 12.61%. Are you getting it? You get how much? 12.61%. Are you all clear with this? Quickly on your chat box. Are you all clear with this? Are you all clear with this? Okay, great. If you're clear with this, let's solve one more question. Question number 13. Let's solve question number 13. Let's solve question number 13. Which is on page number 145. Come to page number 145, question number 13. I'm reading the question for you. Pay attention on the question. It says, annual lease rent is 50,000 at the end of each year. Your lease period is 5 years. Your guaranteed residual value is 25,000. Unguaranteed residual value is 15,000. Just give me a second. Okay. Question number 13, your annual lease rent is 50,000 at the end of each year. Your lease period is 5 years. Your guaranteed residual value is 25,000. Unguaranteed residual value is 15,000. Fair value at the beginning of the lease is 2 lakhs. करना क्या है? Calculate interest rate implicit and pass one journal entry in the books of leasee at the inception of the lease. मतलब सबसे पहले IRR ढूंढना है. IRR ढूंढने के बाद लीजी की बुक्स में ये कितने वैल्यू पे रिकॉर्ड होगा वो भी हमको ढूंढना है. Are you understanding? So they have not given you the IRR in the question, and that is something that you will have to find out. Right? Let's try and find that out. They have not given you any present value factors, but I would suggest that we use the same present value factors in the previous question, because present value factors in such questions will always be given to you in the question. So let's use the same present value factors as we used in the previous question, that is 10% and 14%. Quickly put your first statement. As per accounting standard 19 leases, calculation of interest rate implicit from the viewpoint of the lessor. This time, rather than leaving 10 lines, I recommend you leave at least 15 lines, because there are 2 working notes to be prepared. There are 2 working notes to be prepared, so leave at least 20 lines. Let's calculate the present values for the 2 rates of the 2 IRRs that we have taken. Let's begin with the first one. What's your annual lease rent? 50,000. Since we are calculating IRR is always from the viewpoint of the lessor. Since we are taking the viewpoint of the lessor, we will use the total residual value. So your total residual value will be 40,000. Your total residual value in this case will be 40,000. Let's use the same present values as we used in the previous question for 10% and 14%. Let's first calculate for the 10%. You have 0.909 plus 0.826 plus 0.751 plus 0.683 plus 0.621. You get 3.79. So put over here 3.79. And for the last year, for the 5th year, you have 0.621. You will have the same values over here. Your present value factor at 14% will be 0.877 plus 0.769 plus 0.675 plus 0.592 plus 0.519 comes to 3.432. So put over here 3.432. And for the last year, you have 0.519. You will take the total residual value. So I'm writing over here total residual value. You get check if there is any calculation mistake. You get 214340. At 14%, let me just cross check. 0.877 plus 0.769 plus 0.675 plus 0.592 plus 0.519. You get 1.786. I'm sorry, that was my calculation mistake. And over here you have 0.519. You are left out with. Let's also check whether the calculations are correct or not. Yes, this is your correct value. There was some calculation mistake. I have got 192360 and 214340. Solve this, then we go and substitute the values. You will then get the first part of the question. Are you done with this? Can we go to the formula? Are you done with this? Can we go to the formula? Okay, let's go to the formula then, if you're done with this. The formula says lower rate plus higher rate minus lower rate. Take the reverse but use present value. Present value at lower rate minus present value at higher rate into present value at lower rate minus the fair value. Let's substitute the values. 10% remains the same, 14 minus 10 remains the same. Over here you will have 214340 minus 192360. Over here you will have 214340 minus 2 lakhs. That's your fair value. Put your formula properly, explain the abbreviations, and then substitute your values. 214340 minus 192360. You're left out with 21980. 21980. Over here, you will have 14340. You have 14340. Calculate how much do you get. quickly calculate how much do you get. %, plus 4 by 2.9 21980 into 14340. You get 12.61. So 12.61%. For all the values we have already mentioned that you need to refer working note 1. However, in this question they have also asked you journal entry in the books of leasing. So let's pass that. Okay, on your chat box, what is your journal entry in the books of leasing? I'm asking you, journal entry in the books of leasing in finance lease. Journal entry in the books of leasing in finance lease. Everyone on your chat box, what is your journal entry in the books of leasing for finance lease? It is asset on lease account debit to lesser account. So let's put that. Asset on lease account debit to lesser account. Asset on lease account debit to lesser account. Put your narration being asset obtained on finance lease. Right, the above value will be recorded at lower of fair value of the asset. What is the fair value of the asset in the question? Everyone on your chat box, what is the fair value of the asset in the question? Fair value of the asset in the question, 2 lakhs. Fair value of the asset in the question is 2 lakhs. Or present value of MLP. We need to calculate the present value of MLP. From where will you get that? Working note 2. So we will then prepare working note 2. Let's go to working note 2. Your lease rental will be 50,000. And this time you will only and only take the guaranteed residual value. Now the solution has taken 2, which is a mistake. Do not look at the solution. Look at what we are solving. And don't make this silly mistake. Use 12.61% over here. 12.61%. Use that over here. Prepare this format properly. Put in your values. I'm again repeating for you. This is what we have to do. Journal entry in the books of Leasy. In order to prepare that, we need to pass this journal entry. The amount to be recorded will be lower of fair value of the asset or present value of MLP. Present value of MLP we need to calculate. So we are calculating the present value of MLP. When you calculate that, do use 12.61. This is what you found out. From where did you find out? Working note 1. I'm mentioning that also. So you found this out from working note 1. Put that reference. Prepare this format, then we calculate the present value factor based on 12.61%. Okay, let's calculate. Based on 1.12, 12.61%, 1 divided by 1.1261, you get 0.888. So let's note that somewhere, 0.888. Second value will be 0.786. 0.786. Right, you can use the memory plus function. However, I do not have that memory plus function in. Okay, I have the memory plus function in my calculator. Next, you will have 702 0.7002 plus 0.490. Point 621, 0.552. How much do you get? How much do you get? You get 2.662. Everyone gets 2.662. Yes or no? You all get 2.662. Oh, sorry, it will be 3.551. 3.551. For the fifth year, you get 0.552. For the fifth year, do you get 0.552? You get 0.552 for the fifth year. You get 191350. So your second value is 191350. Tell me, what will you take? 191350 or 2 lakhs, whichever is lower. What will you take? 191350 or 2 lakhs, whichever is lower. What will you take? On your chat box, everyone. You will take whichever is lower. 191350. You will take 191350. Solve it properly. Do mention your working note 1 and 2. Are you done with this? Are you done with this question? So I've already told you earlier that the solution has taken both, which is wrong. Do not look at the solution in this question. we began discussing that thing, that this question has a mistake in typing, so please ignore that. Right, if you're done with this and you're clear, let's go to the next question. Okay, let's go to the next question. Now, we just did question number, we are just done up with question number 13. We just finished off question number 13. Now let's go to the next question. Question number 14 we have already done. Let's do question number 15. So now, just correct me if I am wrong somewhere. We are yet to do question number 15 and 17. Only two questions are left, right? On your chat box, yes or no? We are yet to do 15 and 17. दो question ही बाकी. Okay, fine. Let's do question number 15 first. Let's see if we can solve this question. Question number 15. Question number 15, which is given to you on page number 148. Let's solve this question. Question number 15, page 148. Okay, everyone on the question. Question number 15 says, fair value of the machine is 48 lakhs, lease term is 5 years, lease rental per annum 8 lakhs, guaranteed residual value 1.6, expected residual value means your total residual value, which is 3. The internal rate of return is 15%. करना क्या है? Calculate unearned finance income. Okay, let's calculate the unearned finance income. We know how to calculate this. Let's solve this question. बहुत simple question है, सिर्फ unearned finance income ही ढूंढना है. So those who have doubts in the formula of unearned finance income, this question will solve everything for you. Put your first statement. As per AS-19 leases, calculation of unearned finance income. Calculation of unearned finance income. Calculation of unearned finance income. Prepare your format for unearned finance income. Calculation of unearned finance income. Prepare this format. Particulars amount, this portion we will solve. Calculation of unearned finance income. Okay, I hope you all are ready with the format. Let's begin solving this question. You have lease rent agreed. Right into brackets. What's your lease rent agreed? 8 lakhs. Multiply by 5 years. You get how much? 40 lakhs. Please remember, this is unearned finance income. Everything has to be from the viewpoint of the lesser, and the lesser takes total residual value. So your total residual value in the question is 3 lakhs. Take 3 lakhs. Take 3 lakhs. You get how much? 43 lakhs total. 43 lakhs. Against 43 lakhs. Now, every time in the question, please understand this. We used to consider the cost of investment. The cost of investment. So, expected means total. Yes, expected means total residual value. Expected residual value is also known as your total residual value. So, Shifa, it means total residual value. Okay. Now we will have to take the present value of GI. Gross investment. We used to take cost of investment till now. Now we will take present value of GI. Since that is not given, we will have to make a working note. So let's make working note 1. Working note 1. Present value of GI is your working note 1. Your present value factor in the question is 15%. So we will use that 15%. Okay, let's try and solve it. What's your lease rental per annum? 8 lakhs. Let's calculate the present value factor at 15%. The rates have been given to you. 0.8696 plus 0.7561 plus 0.6575 plus 0.5718 plus 0.4972. You get 3.3522. 3.3522. You get 2681760. Since you are taking the viewpoint of the lesser, for the first time you have guaranteed, unguaranteed both. Take both. You have 3 lakhs. What's your present value factor for the 5th year? It is 0. You have in the question 4972. You have 4972. So you get 2830920. Over here you get 2830920. Finally, your unearned finance income is 43 lakhs minus 283920. You get 1469080. You get 1469080. Right, so practically this will also explain to you what is the exact formula for your unearned finance income. Your answer comes to 1469080. Right. Uh, I hope you all are clear with this. I think this much is sufficient for today. So now we are left out with only one question, question number 17. So what we will do is tomorrow we will begin with question number 17. And after question number 17, I will quickly revise the entire accounting standard AS-19 from the first part till the end. Entire accounting standard I will revise for you. We will use the summary of key points. And after revising that, we will then go to a new accounting standard. Right, so make sure that you go back today and revise the entire accounting standard 19 except question number 17. Make sure that you have revised everything. If you have any doubts, please come back to me. I will solve that for you. Today I will see you at 3:15. Please note that the time has been changed to 3:15. You have the schedule on your official WhatsApp too. The time is no longer 3:30. The time is now 3:15. So we will meet at 3:15 for audit. We will begin SA 501 today. And please ensure you're done with all the standards. You've done revising them. And if you have any doubts, please come back to me. I will now see you today at 3:15 and tomorrow at 8 for AS-19. We will do one last question and then we will shift to a new accounting standard. Right, till then revise thoroughly whatever we have done. If you have any doubts, come back to me. Thank you so much for attending, and now I will see you at 3:15 for audit. Thank you.